And we should be live. Unfortunately, it is going to be another short-ish stream, but I will do what I can because I must. How's everyone doing today? Anyway. Someone just sent me a massage. And it was funny. Funny. Go ahead and get the rest of that set up. Yeah, I'm kind of sliding in sideways. Sorry, it's been kind of hit or miss on streams. Should be back within the next couple weeks. I still don't have news as to when it's going to change back, but it should be soon. Hopefully. The main reason we've been kind of interrupted here is mostly because someone needs to catch a boat and come back. Unfortunately. But that's just kind of how it goes. I'm going to open one of my drinks. I have cherry limeade, I have coffee, and I have water. But we should be going for a few hours today. I'm aiming for 3. If everything works out, might get to 4, but it might only be 2 hours. It just depends on what happens in real life. But hopefully everyone is doing all right today. And I forgot to set up a video rendering today. Well, I'll do it later. But we get to leave this place. Can I get back to the door? Yes, I can. I think we've already gotten everything in here. Would be wrong. Actually, I don't know why it spawned us there. Here, I am going to go ahead. I'm going to quit back to the main menu. I think I loaded the wrong save. I think I loaded the auto save. Load. We did. Okay. So yeah, that one is a minute more. I don't know why it doesn't just auto save when you normal save as well. I guess to each their own. We do have the no encounter thing set up, which is probably not the best of ideas, but keeps us from fighting those freaking corals that one-shot us. Equipment. Yuna. Eliminates random encounters. Well, you're going to be back to... Are you? Yeah, you're already on Heady Perform. I don't remember what else we had on you. Not Minerva's. Minerva's keeps us from getting other stuff. User a spellcasting machine. Reduces luck but increases magic. I don't know what ring does. We could probably test it out a little bit, I guess. Lure. We could just go complete opposite, go lure bracers. I think we want to have... Sprint shoes wouldn't be bad. I think we just do recovery bracer. And you should be fine having status element protection and damage by half. And you just have instant death and confuse. Are we ever going to use the blue mage thing? Probably not. But I think we got everything in the calm lands, except for, of course, getting our petition up or whatever it is. I don't know what values we need for those. It's going to be up in the air. But let's go to Aronso Mountain. I do have to wonder how close the calm lands are to this. Simply because it goes from, like, this is a kind of springy, bright area to Ice Mountain. Okay, let's save. I always want to save. Just in case something goes wrong with the stream, we have a backup save. We're at 51% right now. Does this count towards our percents? Okay. So nothing, anything in Zarnican Ace chapters. Okay, so we need to be doing this one first. Winning the battle nets us the Wishbringer garment grid. That one's not too bad. But let's go ahead and talk to Kamari and get our cutscene going. Hey, Kimi.
Yuna must leave. Ronso youth use force, seek vengeance for fallen Ronso. Garrick lead angry Ronso youth, decide to take revenge on Guado. Garrick go to battle. Now Garrick climb peak Tell Mountain battle plan.
And you're just gonna wait here?
Garrick hear voice of mountain. Garrick change mind. Kimari hope so.
And if he doesn't?
Kimari stop Ronso youth.
That's crazy.
Elder Kimari have no choice. Kimari give Yuna something. Kimari search mountain, but find only sphere.
Just shove it in our
Kimari
face,
not
why don't
know
you?
if found sphere is one Yuna seek. But Kimari happy if sphere help Yuna.
Yay! We got Trainer. I don't know what it does, but we got it.
Kimari. Uni, this isn't good.
There's still time. Should we follow them?
Okay. Let's go when given the option. Yep, we're going to do that. In this mission, we're supposed to stop Garrick Ronso from attacking the Guado. In any case, our goal is to head... Okay, how guys that... That's the teleporters we're screwed up with. In any case, the path is easy enough to navigate. Yeah, we've already done Final Fantasy X before. We know how to go up there. Okay, so we just have to go fight Garrick. Okay, yeah, we can do this. Let's go.
We're going up. Maybe we can reason with him.
If Yuna go, Kimari think Garrick listen. Maybe. If not, Kimari deal with Garrick.
Let's do it. Garrick is in hatred of the Guado, has decided to launch an attack. Meet him at the summit of Mount Gagazet and stop him by force if that's what it takes. Unfortunately, the teleporter, I guarantee you, like it says, does not work. What do you actually have to say? Garrick, go to summit.
Elder Kimari.
Okay, so we got to just wait for him. No, we go up. He's going to wait for him. Too bad we can't capture Kimari and bring him with us. How you guys do? We actually fight you if we run into you. Hello. Ronso youth wait long time for battle. Well, good for you. How about you? Kimari speaks wisdom, but Ronso vengeance cannot be held back. It cannot be held back. It's all about running up a mountain. Do you like running up a mountain too? Do we not change our equipment? I'm just mildly... Yeah, as I say, we haven't gotten attacked in a while.
Dance, flames.
I love the instant death gun. That makes life so much easier on us. XP. I'm going to check up here for a treasure chest. I don't think there's going to be one. Nope. Nope. That's where, if you remember in the original game, there was a... I'm trying to remember what it's called.
What are we waiting for?
Oh, we learned chemist. But in the original game, that was a eject sphere. I still remember. Because I am still just sort of a dumbass. Okay, garment grids, not garment grids, abilities. I have to remember where everything is because we're taking huge gaps between playing this. Unfortunately, excuse me. And yeah, we do want Elementalist. And then we come over to you. You're almost done with Elementalist, which should unlock this bottom one. It's probably items level 3 if I had to take a guess. And then it's on to the freaking pocket items. Out of the pocket items, I think Mega Phoenix and Ether are going to be my most important. X Potion is nice, but Mega Potion is better, especially when we have 2 guys. Hey, Zadi, how's it going? And yeah, if you want me to call you something else, tell me, by the way.
I'm gonna whack you good.
Because it just shows me your @ rather than your screen name, which is irritating as hell. But that's what they do. I kind of wish they'd put one in a parentheses and the other one plain text. And hey, Queen! Yeah, it's been a while. Hopefully, it's just a couple more weeks of the scattered lack of streams, and then we'll be back to regular streaming probably the end of the month, right around Thanksgiving. Unless someone missed their boat. Call you Riku? Okay. But we already have a Riku.
You know, my mess.
I will try to remember that. Just know that my
Child's play.
memory is ass. How have you been doing, Queen? By the way. It is, I think it's Wednesday, right? Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Zenkai.
If you want to know just how scatterbrained I am right now, I really did not remember what day of the week it is. Thankfully, since I can't see my taskbar, I can look down at my stream deck, and that tells me what day of the week it is.
Where there's smoke.
Oh, you like the usual? I am noticing a trend in a lot of Square games we're playing lately. I'll point it out whenever we get into battles next. A lot of external underwear. Does anyone else notice that?
I'm gonna whack you good.
Trying to play Wild Rift, was working a few hours before. Yeah, if you look at Pain, she's got a full-on Ramza going on. Just outside underwear. It is Wild. Oh, the League of Legends game. I was going to say, why does Wild Rift sound familiar? That is why. The League of Legends thing. That's just 1999's idea of what 2000 fashion would be. Man, if I remember correctly, there is another sci-fi movie we're closing in on that's supposed to be like 2030 or something like that. I forget which one it is. But yeah, we're getting more like Blade Runner-y and stuff like that years coming up. And also, I think we already passed the date for Star Trek's turning point. Hey, I was alive for that. For the people thinking the entire world was going to explode because of the Y2K bug. And there actually is some merit to the concept of the bug. It was blown way out of proportion. Like, there's nothing that really would have happened to home computers. Some stuff did. Do we not have a save point anywhere? Okay, so that's up to the summit. Does he just try and confuse? Oh, we're just doing. Oh, yeah. I guess we're doing black magic on the. Yuck. Well, I'm gonna have to resurrect Yuna. Dash. Phoenix down. Yuna. Hey, Jadorfer. How's it going? Dorf. Yeah, there. I should note on the AI thing, we don't have AI. We have machine learning turned upside down. That is not AI. That is pattern recognition with a few extra steps. We're gonna go Kuraga. Just get everybody topped up in one. Because you'll get the mana back from walking. Okay, I think the save spot might actually be at the very top. Did we finish Sphere Break? Yes. Well, as far as the Chapter 3 one did. Do you think sin is because people were too pro AI in Spira? I mean, sure, I can go with that one. Okay. You hit the Faith Scar, head into the cavern on the left. That's what it says. Is this the cavern? Yes. Oh, I see what it wants us to do. Okay. Yeah, we got both the grids. I can show them off in just a minute. Look, it's a giant iron guy that I don't particularly feel like fighting. Sphere Break is just a pain in the ass. It is just one of those. I don't want to get back on there. Game, thank you. Going back this way. White Signet and Treasure Hunter, yeah. We got, well, I mean, we literally have Treasure Hunter on Riku right now. And I think we actually have, yeah, we have White Signet on you. Yeah, we have them equipped even. Team Iron Guy? Well, I mean, we could probably, I don't think he's prone to death. Otherwise, we would actually fight him. I have not actually gotten to play Bravely Default 2. It's on the list of games I want to play, but I haven't gotten there yet. I kind of want to go get 2 more of the death accessories. Just go full melee. It's like checkers. Ah, cool. I'd have to actually probably play it to get a good idea of how it works. But yeah, Bravely Default, I know a lot of people who love it, and it is right up my alley, so I'm not gonna... let's see. Pretend like I won't cover it. The balancing is whack because you can boost your individual stats through the grinding means. Well, see, I don't mind it whenever games have that as an option, oddly enough. Because, generally speaking, in RPGs, I find the best way to balance difficulty is by allowing you to grind away a difficulty curve. Bravely Default is probably considered harder than the previous 2. Yeah. I do prefer it. I prefer it as an option. The game should be beatable, just following the story beats. Side quests should make you a little bit overtuned for the actual core game. Like, the core game should be challenging if you just go straight through it. It should be hard. That should be the hardest mode possible. The side quests should make it be what you would call normal difficulty, and then if you grind, that should make it easy difficulty. As a rough estimate. That is, in my opinion, the best way to balance these without having a straight-up difficulty system. When you mandatory grind, that is different, yes. Mandatory grind is just bleh. Ooh, one of them's oversold. I should probably steal from them. Okay, who am I on? I'm on Riku. Riku needs to go to Thief. Black Magic. We're actually going to do a Faraga on the Mytoxin, I believe. I forget if they're prone to that. And you are going to attack the Mytotoxin as well. I want to steal rare. So I need to actually swap over to Flim Flam. Let's see. You'd prefer there's no cap for it, but no, you can grind for stats increasing items like infinitely. Yeah. Whenever it's mandatory to do that, it kind of sucks in my opinion. We're going to do Master Thief on you. Only high potions, you bastards. Black Magic. We'll just Blizzaga the two of you. And you are on pain, so we're going to go ahead and attack you. You go ahead and swap back. The bonus stats it gives is like unlimited though through grinding. Yeah. Well, that's kind of what Disgaea does. And to get the true ending of Disgaea, you actually do have to go through all that grinding, which I 100% think is just bullshit. I like Disgaea, but I do think that it's kind of crappy when it does that. The actual gameplay is fine, though, at least. Oh, crap. I'm going to go ahead and do item. Remedy on Yuna. You take out that.
Freeze.
You have a few of the Disgaea games. I like the Disgaea games. I just hate the amount of grind that it
Sorry we
takes.
had to win.
I'm not.
Since the battle's not phased, speed matters much more. Yeah, well, Final Fantasy Tactics has that problem too, where you can just speed grind. The cap is 50 speed, if I remember correctly. And you just get multiple turns for the enemy's singles. As far as like going through the non-true ending of Disgaea, I actually enjoy it. I don't know if I'm willing to spend the 200 hours to go through full Disgaea. Because that's how long I know it takes. And that's if you do it the right way. And I don't usually do things the right way. I complain about 200 hours, and I probably have about 10,000 hours in Diablo 2. So... Okay, can we actually go to... Why does it show... Okay, so that's left. This is this way. Can we not... Yeah, we can go this way. I don't know if there's items in here. There is. There it is. What? Give me an item. Certain games like Ark Survival are different hours played. Yeah. You take out the Watcher. You guys take out the Vespa. Can you not be a bastard? You freaking Watcher. Okay, mix. High potion. Attack. Vespas. Okay. Well, you are silenced. Oh, no, you're itchy now. You bastard. Well, that's not a permanent stat. You're trolling with Yumi. The Watcher thing has an impact in like a couple chapters. I went and looked it up. Basically, what happens is in a few chapters, any ability you used against it, I think it's either against it or in front of it, it locks on you when in a boss fight. Just wash the itch away. But why should I wash it away when I can just do this? I do find it weird that holy water is the way you get rid of itch, though. I don't know why that thing on my interface keeps breaking. There we go. Yeah, for some reason, my YouTube stuff in OBS keeps breaking, so if I miss anything, holler at me again. You'd love to play a new Warcraft-style RTS? Oh, that would be nice. I would love... We're going to go ahead and get you with some ass oil. But I would love a Warcraft 4. But at the same time, considering the direction Blizzard is gone, it would be shit. I hate to say it, but it's just kind of how it is. I'm willing to put money on the fact that it's the business side of things, not the developers. But I guarantee you, if they did release one now, it wouldn't be an RTS as you expect it. Oh, I forgot I'm on Death Knight on you. Well, you're going to get some Death Knight XP on this one. I'll swap you back after. Oh no, nausea powder. If I were to choose an RTS I'd want to see from Blizzard, by the way, I know this is going to probably be one of those that gets me a bit of side-eye, but I actually wouldn't want to see another Warcraft RTS. I want to see a Diablo RTS. Because you already have the 3 factions. You have the Nephilim / humanity. You have heavens and you have hells. The 3-way conflict is already there. But chances are they won't do an RTS because it's not as profitable. You can't do as much in the way of monetization on it, which is pretty much why they won't do stuff like that. Everything has to have a microtransaction for some of these companies, and Blizzard is no exception. Yes, it's a good way to make money. No, it is not particularly great because back in the day, you'd get these by actually engaging with the game. Want a new outfit? Go beat a boss. Now it's, well, you want an outfit? Tough nuggets. You have to pay $30 for it. That's one reason why I play a lot more. Most of the stuff I play is either indie, retro, or AA these days. There are some AAAs that... Oh, whoa. We're gonna flee. This seems like a bit of a problem, boss. He's a specific type of enemy, I guess. Got them shadowy things, and he just shattered somebody. I think he turned her to stone and then hit her, and I just wasn't paying attention, but... Genshin Impact. It's just... I'm not going to say what I was thinking about saying on a stream. I might say it on my Discord, but I'm not going to say it on stream. Because I was going to bring up
Piece of cake.
a certain company's interactions I've had. Let's go ahead and actually, no, we're just going to attack the Watcher. Just message you. But no, as a content creator, I do deal with press emails and stuff like that. I do reviews and I also do gameplay. So, but I do it as a sole proprietorship kind of thing rather than for like IGN or anything. For those of you wondering, this is going to be also controversial, I'm willing to bet. I don't have a problem with IGN and stuff like that because I know how they work. There are in-house writers for them who do reviews and stuff like that based on their experience. They usually get first pick on games, that kind of stuff. They're on salary. Then most of the content is freelance writers. People they pay $300 to $500 to write up a review. And usually they do the script for the video. In some cases they do the audio, some cases they don't, and then it gets pieced together. Sometimes that's also put out to freelance workers, editing the video together. It gets a little bit wishy-washy, but most of what you read on sites like that is just one person's opinion out of however many, and they're just trying to make a paycheck. My opinion on how you should consume reviews is find people that you either have the exact same taste as or close enough that it doesn't matter, and people that you actually have opposing taste to. If you know that someone actually reviews games that you love negatively every single time because of X, Y, and Z feature, guess what you can find out by reading their reviews? Whether that game has those features that you like that they don't. So find like 3 or 4 reviewers that you can just kind of mesh with in either of those two ways, and you will generally get more value out of reviews. That's just how it works. If I'm not that kind of reviewer for you, this is fine. Go find the people who are. Like, there are things that I went and I would disagree with, like back whenever I watched Total Biscuit. There are things that I would disagree with him on. But I knew how he addressed it, whether I would like that mechanic or not. You love watching the enemy someone with opposing opinions, and that is one reason. Opposing opinions is actually one reason I recommend finding at least one that you just completely do not fucking agree with. Because if they have that kind of situation, you'll generally get information about stuff that you otherwise wouldn't get in somebody who's basically being enthused about the features that you do like. Because whenever you are not a huge fan of something, you tend to get a little bit more nitpicky about it. And obviously, things get really wishy-washy whenever you start getting into sponsorships and stuff like that. That's one reason why, if I plan on reviewing a game, I will not take a sponsorship for it. And I won't take sponsorship terms, even if it is... Are you putting... You put her to sleep. Thank you, game. But even if I'm going to review a game, I won't take sponsorship or even sponsorship terms for it. By sponsorship terms, I'm referencing there are certain games that do nonsense like, oh, you have to give us X, Y, and Z deliverables to get a press key, and I just won't even cover those. Is my bot not working? Just a second. I don't think I actually... Do I not have the YouTube command enabled? Let's go see. I might have it under a different word. All I have to do is look over at my other screen to see if I have it enabled. I just have to scroll down. No, it's under review right now. I could add YouTube to that. You hate the term high fantasy? I don't hate the term. I think it is misused from time to time. I am not going to try and say your username. I don't know what your screen name is. I assume it's something much easier to say than that. Oh, let's see. But yeah, at the end of this month, I should be back to doing reviews regularly too. Distinction as in term is stupid. When used properly, I actually kind of like it, oddly enough. When used improperly, I absolutely fucking hate it. Because properly for high fantasy means that it is a very magic-driven, fantastical game. There's high fantasy, mid fantasy, and low fantasy. Low fantasy is mostly just like swords and knights kind of stuff. High fantasy is we got fairies and wizards and world-changing magic. Oh, it's difficult to pronounce in the native tongue, that's the point. High fantasy would be something like... I'm trying to remember the name of the game. Shit, my brain is just like going sideways. Heroes of Might and Magic 3 would be a good example of high fantasy. A good example of low fantasy would be like... I don't know whether I'd call Battle Brothers low fantasy. Probably more like... it starts with war. I don't remember the rest of it. It's often compared to Battle Brothers, and I did a review of it. Crap. It's actually one of my most viewed reviews, too, and I can't remember the name of the game. Gothic 1... It's riding the line between low and mid. In my opinion. Can I please take the cliff? Thank you. I don't remember whether it's this way or... Oh, we've got ambushes. Lovely. But yeah, most terms like that are wishy-washy. It's... Whenever I say used incorrectly, it's like whenever people call Crusaders high fantasy. It's like, no, that's not high fantasy. There are literally people who use anything that is not sci-fi and call it high fantasy, and that is just absolutely asinine. Let's see. It's pretty grounded, and that's why your distinction feels stupid to you. Draw the line in an arbitrary place, and that's the problem with this term. That's what mid fantasy is for. It's for the gray area. Let's go ahead and Asuna both of you, because we're getting poisoned every other step. Let's see. I think it's this way. Oddly enough, because I think this is the peak. That said, there are better terms than high fantasy or low fantasy, just in general. Like, you can actually describe the systems proper, and that's usually a better idea. I think it's this way. Oh, okay, I have been here before. The very beginning of the game. A crab! Black magic. Thundaga. Against crab? Seems like a good idea. Fake or super fake? Did we just kill that thing in one shot? Oh, the chests are still opened. So we could theoretically get the chests we missed before. Can I hop down? No.
Leave it to me.
I also think about the tone of the game is important. You know, a lot of people that like Heroes of Might and Magic 3 but hate Disciples 2. And that being Disciples 2 is not just different combat-wise, but the tone of the world feels very drab and not happy. I have a soft spot for drab and not happy. I shouldn't, but I like that kind of dark. I like the dark gothic kind of thing. I also like games that are basically just mind fucks, but that's a whole different discussion. But language is ever evolving. I have to say the term that I hate becoming as, I don't know whether androgynous would be the right term for it, as just diluted as it is RPG. Everything is an RPG now because it has like an inventory or leveling system. Blame Deus Ex for it, even though I like Deus Ex. You play games to avoid the drab? I play games to experience different worlds. So, drab, happy, perky, it doesn't matter to me as long as the game is entertaining to me in some form or fashion. It evokes some emotion. Disciples 2 have some reload the mission from the start moments, and it's great. Suggest you play it, the campaign. Fuck AC Ubisoft slop. Ubisoft has not done a lot of great stuff anymore. They used to. They used to actually be really kind of cool, but now they're basically the Madden of open world games. But if you enjoy that type of game, play it. It's fine.
I'm gonna whack you good.
Personally, not the... Oh, we need to kill you yesterday.
So long.
Far, far age of 2012. God, you just made me feel old. God damn it. Man, I just like... If you've seen that scene from... Oh, fuck. Indiana Jones and the Holy Grail, where the dude drinks from the wrong goblet, I just did that. Oh, Lord.
No problem.
He chose poorly. I am well aware I am old. But I don't think being old should restrict you from enjoying games. Yep, the rapid aging scene. That's the one. The game that I often credit with getting me hooked on gaming in general is Final Fantasy 1. That said, it was not my first game. My first game was an Atari 2600. Did I just say Atari 2600? Atari 2600. There we go. I can use words. I think we need to go into that door. I actually think we're going the wrong way, but... can I go up that? Yeah. I don't think we're supposed to be up here. I'll save there just in case. Although we do have the Mama Quarrels, so maybe we should be? Adventure Island 3 was your favorite NES game, ahead of its time in many aspects and hell of a hard too. Adventure Island is pretty good. I didn't play a massive amount of it. I think I only played the first or second one because a friend had it. I didn't actually own it myself. But no, Final Fantasy 1 for me was... It wasn't even in like the first 10 games I played. Because my game on Atari was... The one that I absolutely loved was Warlord. Warlord was basically... No, my name's not Chris. I'm sorry.
Hi there.
Basically Mario, but you could change power-ups, dinosaurs that you ride. Yep.
Oh yeah.
You think it's earlier than when Mario
Child's
games did
play.
similar stuff? I forget when Yoshi first appeared. So now I think we've got to walk all the way back down. Because I went the wrong way. No, it's fine. I get compared to a lot of different voices. The other day, someone said I sound like Etho. That one I don't see. But I am flattered that people think I sound Canadian. I take that as a compliment. Thereabouts. Just go into like some really thick, fake, dumb Canadian accent right now. I do call the dogs buddy.
Hi there.
We're looking for a Ronso to kill. And also a little bit of XP, but that's beside the point. Otherwise, I would turn on the no encounters thing. Nice. I don't think this guy is one of the special ones, is he? No, he's not.
Where there's smoke.
Yes, I've already forgotten the term for whenever they turn into like their ascended versions. That's just what happens whenever I end up spending like half a week to a week between actual sessions of getting to play it, is I forget the terms. If you know how to get to Xanarkand from here, it's that way? Okay. Ow! Are we... Okay, we're not. Going to do a Curaga. And yes, I am just beating it down with normal attacks. Probably shouldn't be. I should be switching over to like warrior and armor breaking it. Warlord. If I mention warlords, it's had to be doing something ahead of its time. I mean, to an extent, I guess. It was essentially... I'm going to do Thundaga on you just to get that out of the way. Mix, high potions, attack. But as far as what it did, it was basically 4-player Pong. It was just fun to play with my cousin. It wasn't too extraordinary. Basically, you had to defend your warlord's fortress in each corner.
One 1,000.
And we are going to go ahead. Dark Grenade. And we're not going to waste the silence one. We're just going to do 2 Dark Grenades. Why is this thing so freaking hard to kill? I do not know how much life this has, but we have burned now at 3 Thundagas on it. Oh, it's actually worth a decent amount of XP. But yeah, this was Atari 2600. There's nothing extremely fancy about that. What am I getting a message about? Adamantium armor and a... I mean, it was born with its armor. Let's go with Cure from you. For some people, they worked hard for their armor. Others were born into it.
Ready? You betcha.
The AI allies are dumb?
Oh yeah. Where there's smoke.
I mean, I am playing all the characters, unfortunately, so yes, I am dumb. Oh, let me stand in this damaging AoE spell that deals massive damage? I mean, yeah, I can't control where they move. This is not, crap. I want to say Lunar had a little bit of a movement mechanic, but there are other games where you could actually move on your turn. Where it's actually kind of interesting. Okay, so we need to go back down. Whee! Down. I think it's this way. No, it's not this way. This is the broken elevator. Hey, Avid, how's it going? Yeah, this is just another save spot. Back up to where we were. Let's go back down. But yeah, standing in... This is more... As far as our positioning in battle, it's more akin to Chrono Trigger. Where everybody just stands around, and if you have an AoE, it's generally because that's where you started. Okay, so we need to keep going down. Okay, so... We are, like, way off of where we should be. I want to say it's this way. This is just into the pool. Oh, Wild Rift? Yeah. Yeah. That's understandable. So where we want to go is all the way freaking back. Come on. Can I... Thought I had a... There we go. How do I get... There we go. Getting kind of oriented on these maps is a pain in the ass. I prefer the maps that are Final Fantasy X maps. Ah! Please don't do that to her. At least they have a... It's only a low % chance of confuse. But yes, my save is full of wrath. I think on one server, an admin gave me the name All the Wrath. Which is an odd duck. Oh god, we've got death going. Okay, you're no longer confused. Good job. Yeah, when Pain gets confused, I get worried. Pain is oof.
All right.
She can one-shot me. I don't have anti-instant death. Okay, let's go down. We got... Oh, it's you. It's you. Bitch! We're gonna mug you first. Let's go with... You know what? This guy I don't think is going to be worth it. I'm actually just going to escape. The Ruck are just not worth it. Having to revive somebody from getting shattered is lit. But yeah, there's a lot of RPGs on my to-do list. For anyone that's curious about what's coming up as far as these go. So don't expect me to have a plan as the order I'm playing them in. It really depends on... A lot of it is whim and fancy, as based on just like...
Dance, flames.
Are you guys really going to keep doing that? But whatever I think of whenever we get done with one of them. Sacred's on the list. A replay of every Diablo game is on the list. Although we've already done those, so I don't have to do them super fast.
Nice knowing you.
I'd rather do something I haven't reviewed yet. But I still need to write out the Diablo 2 mod review. Speaking of reviews. Okay, so we need to go down. Oh, look, it's Poison Source. Oh, there's an ad. Have we really? Oh, we've already been going for an hour. Okay. Sacred 1 is a bit of a pain in the ass, I have to admit. So you are not wrong on that one. There we go. There's a down spot. Let's get in here. Can you stop trying to confuse my insta-killer?
Dance, flames.
Let's see. Restricted area had a great feel, but it's not a completed game. Recommend it, but not playing as the women. Okay. I haven't heard of Restricted Area. So basically, we're going to where Seymour is to fight this guy. Where is our save spot? I thought we had a save spot here. Cyberpunk game that people say is bad, but you think it's great, has a very solid story.
The flame consumes all.
So we can't, like, insta-kill this guy. And he is actually being a pain in the butt. You know what? Screw it. We're just leaving. Escape yourself. Well, Payne's gonna die. Goodbye, Payne. Oh, thankfully it wasn't our healer that died. Restrictor had a great feel, but it's not as completed game. I am hoping this doesn't cause problems. We're gonna save it in a separate slot just in case. Avencast, also another hidden classic. It's the third-person ARPG with combos for casting spells. Let me load these up on the... I have a browser that I keep open just for... This game might be interesting. That one is there. So I will do restricted area game. On Steam. The B17 one or just restricted area? Oh, that one is... I assume you're talking about the 2005 one. And then there is Avencast. Rise of the Mage. It's the one with the dude with the katana and the girl with the pink hair on the cover, right? Restricted area might be kind of hard to find, but I'll keep that open. 2 German guys made it. That's going to be a hard game. I take suggestions. I have a backlog that would make freaking X-Lax scared, but I do take suggestions. And usually I just grab whichever one looks the most interesting whenever we swap them in. So ignore what I said, by the way, as far as like the way I described a backlog. How are we looking on resources? Not bad. I think we're fine with this party. I think this is the way out. Or is it the other direction? Pretty sure this is the way. This is the way.
Here comes the hurt.
And yes, I know we do 0 damage with the fire. It's just, I am just holding down the button to win. Generally, as far as what I give a little bit of preferential treatment to is games that are releasing soon or that have just released and games that I haven't covered on the channel before. DC's the way. I hate that it ran back off that way. That probably means we're getting another encounter. Ar Nosurge, Ode to an Unborn Star. Doesn't that have a different name? Oh, it's actually available on Steam, by the way. Or it was. Oh, it's not available in the US, you bastards. You bastards. I, for some reason, think I actually have the game, though. I think I might have the PS3 version, though. Oh, 60% of its content cut because of some stupid localization nonsense. Dang it. 20-year anniversary this year. Arno Surge. I think it's actually part of a series, isn't it? I could have sworn it was part of a series. Artanelico, that is why. Because I do have the Artanelico games.
Nice work.
I'll put that on the same list as stuff like Bait and Kaitos, where it's the niche ones that are generally going to be a lot of fun. These are more JRPGs, not ARPGs. So. They fall into stream category games because they take more than a 2 to 3 hour loop to have a video.
No longer. Ronso youth fearless, go to battle with Guado.
And if I ask you not to go?
Garrick not listen, Garrick cover ears.
La 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 la
Then
la.
I must stop you.
Why, summoner defend Guado? Why? Who punish Guado if Ronso not go?
I don't care about your defending or your punishing. I just don't want to see Kamari looking sad.
Her solution to
The
every
same
problem
goes
is
for
pulling
all
out a
the
gun.
Ronso, and the Guado too.
Summoner not stop Garrick with empty words.
What about
If I
empty
can
clip?
Stop you, will you forget this talk of vengeance?
Very well, Garrick swear to Mountain.
I figured it'd come to this.
At least he let us cut to the chase.
I, summoner, you not see true Ronso strength.
Okay, I'm gonna pause real quick. Yuna's a true American. I mean, yeah. I cast Bullet. As far as Kamari, no, he hasn't had a name change. Could solve more problems than they create. I disagree on that one. In video games, yes. Diplomacy with lead. White magic. Kiraga. We're gonna do Ronso Youth first. Couldn't steal anything. Great. Let's do Dark Grenades. We'll do regen on Pain first. I'm about to switch her to freaking Thief so she actually has a better chance. Regen on Riku. They are both confused right now and poisoned. Force them into peace, then still choose to battle. Yeah. Well, we actually chose some dialogue things for this specific outcome that were promoting violence, I guess is probably the best way to describe it. As far as who we want to mix stuff, don't really care too much. So everybody's got regen on. So let's go protect. Deal, we are going to do... Actually, we'll do Flim Flam. Let's do Master Thief on the youth first. Why can I not steal from them? Holy crap. They have a common steal at least. So Mithril Bangle and Icy Gleam. Light Curtain, Lunar Curtain, just to do something with you. Okay, Flim Flam. Let's go ahead and always steal items. Ronso Youth. Give me your crap, please. Thank you. And Pain, get rid of your nonsense. Limb Flam, Sticky Fingers on Garrick. Mentioned restricted area because you said you want to play older Diablo style RPGs like Sacred and Diablo 2. I have a few on the list as well. There's actually, I'm trying to remember the name of it. I always forget the name of it. It's the Samurai one. That is kind of a hybrid of RTS and ARPG. It's a nightmare to get running well, so I probably won't end up covering it soon, but... Okay, so you kill the Ronso youth. You just keep focusing. And let's pilfer some gil. Nah, it's not dark. It was really popular in Japan. Oddly enough. And still gil from you. And now we're just ready to just nuke them. Get zapped, bitches. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and get you moving around your thing so we can actually switch you over to full version. I don't know if we're going to get transformed in time, but we're going to try. Throne of Darkness. There we go. I guess dark was in it. My brain. Go and steal from you. Mainly because I want to level up their odds and end forms too. So I'm rotating them around. And you get to go to Black Mage, and you'll finally be able to transform. That's one reason why we keep Pain on the 2, is so she can just swap immediately whenever we hit an oh shit moment. Oh, I've played it. I haven't beaten it. I've gotten through the first stage, though. It's pretty fun. Smasher time. As far as how I run it using it's a wrapper. I think I actually run it using 1XD, but trying to remember for sure. But yeah, it's a pretty solid game. Very Diablo 1 style. We learned double HP. Not WinXD, it's WN. We can go look up what it's named real quick while we're doing this fight. It is... Not you. Not you. Oh, DX Wind. There we go. DX WND. I use it for a few games. It's basically like an alternative to
Enough vengeance, Garrick.
whatchamacallit.
Word.
DG Voodoo.
Yuna defeat Garrick in battle. Garrick honor Yuna's wish, not go to battle.
Thank you.
Garrick not need thanks. Mountain was right. Garrick spoke to Mountain of plan, but Mountain silent. Gagazet no. Garrick wrong. Garrick go against will of Mountain if Yuna not stop him. Garrick grateful to Yuna.
Yeah, DX Wind and DG Voodoo are two things that I use quite a bit whenever I'm playing older games. Sometimes I do DOSBox. There's a few tools. But you use different ones depending on what you're trying to play. So for Septerra Core, I use DG Voodoo, which is another RPG that a lot of people have not heard of, or if they have heard of it, it's one of them that they got through one of those like discount bundles at Walmart back in the day, or other discount store. I got mine with Shogo. Okay, so now it's time to go to Zanarkand. I'll speak with Asaru just before entering it. I don't think we really have that much to do at Zanarkand. Discount bundle at Walmart, that's how you found Evil Genius 1.
I know.
Can't say I know Evil Genius. Not playing restricted area because on Windows 10 or your hardware it freezes up on inventory item switching, which is a tad bit annoying when you want to compare items in an action RPG. Yes. Yes, I can imagine that being very irritating. I would have to get probably a new battery for it, but I could fix up a Windows 7 machine. My Windows XP machine, I need a new video card for, unfortunately. So there's not much I can do with that one yet, because I don't have the money to get a replacement card that works on WinXP. Because I need XP for a few games that I want to cover, and unfortunately, emulation doesn't work for them, and freaking whatchamacallit doesn't work for them either. You truly hate Windows? I feel you on that one, Queen. You ran pretty well on a Windows 7 machine? You don't know why Ally AI is so dumb. Because nobody uses their brains and reenacts the Gambit system from Final Fantasy XII. Windows 7 and that Intel Core 2 Duo stuff was pretty fine for retro games. It's solid, but there's a few games that don't work on Windows 7, at least not with the latest updates to Windows 7, which you generally want if you're going to be going online with them. I don't have to go online with it. It's still going to be prone to viruses because it's past end of life and security updates. But if I remember correctly, Windows 7 doesn't support Securom. Yeah, I know you're talking about Wild Rift. Near the base already. Go heal? Nah, they never want to heal. But if you had like a Gambit system for the AI, you could tell it, hey, if below X amount of life, return to base and heal, and set that as their first tier one. That's honestly, Final Fantasy XII is fine. It's not my favorite game ever, but it's fine. It's one of those that the reason why it sits so fondly in my memory is because I loved the Gambit system. I thought that was like the best way to manage party AI, and I still, because it's basically you're pseudo-coding their entire AI. Yeah, Securom is awful, but there are some games that either don't have cracked versions, which honestly downloading cracked versions can be a bit hit or miss anyway, or that require it to install. Because I generally cover games that I actually own. I have a physical version of this. This is actually on Steam. So obviously I have a version of this, but I have the PS2 version as well. No other Final Fantasy games do that. You're looking at Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, the only thing that I didn't like in 12 about the Gambit system is that you had to unlock Gambits. So you had to, like, unlock options for it rather than just being able to set it from the start. I would have rather been able to set it from the start. Heal me, Donald, damn it. If the IRS comes to your home and asks where the restricted item area is, you might have a difficult time finding the CD key. Well, I don't have restricted area. I do actually have an original version of freaking Hellpoint. Not Hellpoint, yeah, it's Hellpoint, isn't it? Hellgate, sorry. Hellgate. Too many things with hell in the name. Hellgate London. I actually do have an original, like, CD version of that. I don't have my first version, which was... I sold that one for like $5, and then I got a replacement about 6 years ago for like 10. So I came out behind on that one. OG Hellgate London, not the abomination that's available now. The abomination that's available now is the remake that is essentially a... Thank you for the raid. How's it going? Hey, it's Squirrel. Need for... I am gonna butcher your name, but I gotta say this. Need for Speed. How are you doing? And we for speed. Ennui. Ennui! Oh, I am just a moron. Yeah, I was processing it and my brain wasn't separating the words. So, how are you guys doing today? What were you playing? I didn't actually see it before it got scrolled past. Let's scroll up. Oh! WWE 2025. I haven't played that one. Is it a good wrestling game? I know that there's a lot of customization in it. Yeah, Hellgate London, yes, it did turn into an MMO. It got grindy. Okay, we have to go get ourselves some treasure chests. I'm going to go ahead, because I don't feel like fighting every Tom, Dick, and Harry in here. Charm Bagel. So we can actually walk. You love the custom stuff with showing off a lot of the wrestlers? Cool. I love it whenever games like that give you the ability to properly customize your characters. Because all too often, especially back in the day, with pretty much fighting games in general, not even just wrestling ones, you were just kind of stuck with whatever the developers thought was cool. I think it wasn't until... We had some on PS1 and PS2, but didn't really get popularized until PS3. There was some WWE PS1 customization, yeah. But back then we didn't have the memory card space to really do a lot with it. But yeah, as far as Hellgate London, I do think the original version is still the best one. And yes, we are just grabbing all the items from Sacred Temple here.
I've heard that fiends have been appearing at the temples. Do you know anything?
They're coming from the Chambers of the Faith.
It pains me to hear that.
And Zanarkand?
There are fiends as always. No more, no fewer. But the ruin tours are another matter. The only things thriving here are the monkeys.
We're responsible for that.
Worse, Sid ran off a while ago and hasn't come back. I guess that makes me Zanarkand's lone defender. Well, time to do some defending. Until next time.
We did the monkey breeding thing already, so of course the monkeys are making more. That's why they're all like paired up with their little hearts and stuff. But yes, thank you Raiders for dropping on in. Our monkey side quests are monkeying around. We only lost a couple hundred gold by doing that, because I kept forgetting their names and they'd steal it from me if I tried to match them up with the wrong one. Or tried to pick up the wrong one at the wrong time. But now they're all happy and in love. And leaving me alone while I steal all their prizes. I still wonder who comes through all the areas of this game and restocks it. This is the canonical party, by the way. I chose nothing other than not to recruit monsters. Oh god, they just have so much treasure in here. So after Zanarkand, we're going, I think, off to do actual story events. So we'll have to like change the stream title to, oh no, story, rather than side quests. I have to say, X-2 is 100% minigame the game. It was you, but you used magic to fill the chests. Ah, are you also replacing all the torches? Torches, torches, torches. Yeah, I'm now, is it just me? I know what it's probably supposed to look like. I think this is supposed to be like a hard-edged hole, but it really does look like a hole in reality. I don't think there's any further treasures in this. But we'll check real quick. What's up with the map there? Oh, it's that. Okay. And this was the sphere we got from it. You still ever burning torches from D&D? I need to host a D&D game one of these days. For those who are curious, yes, I am a very mediocre DM. Because it reflects light wrong? Yep. That it does. It always does. And it's also parallaxed. Because the way the parallax works, art nerd moment is, if this was connected, you would not notice quite as drastic of a shift in the texture underneath as you do whenever you're moving that. It is moving slightly faster than the lip of that. You're a great player, not a rules whore. I have been known to flex the rules whenever it's appropriate. Parallax, what's a way I can describe it without drawing it out? Basically, it is a term for describing how fast things on different layers move. Parallax in terms of games is usually treated as you have layer A, layer B, and layer C. Layer C moves fastest, B moves second fastest, and A moves slowest to denote your distance from that object. Hollow Knight does a really good job of doing parallax, where you have the character in front moves relatively slow, the second layer back moves slightly faster. This gives you a sense of depth because as you're moving along, think about whenever you are... Actually, I have that backwards. Back moves slowest, front moves fastest. Think about driving along a road. If you focus on something near the horizon, it's going to seem like it almost doesn't move. Whenever you focus on, say, a fence post right next to the road, it's going to be moving quick. Real life has parallax, but we generally don't refer to it as that. Because it's just, that's how things look to our eyeballs. Eyeballs. It's a good way to create fake movement. Also, you could use it to do some funky crap to offset expectations, too. But yeah, I should get back into doing art stuff. It's just every single time I do, I realize just how far I've lapsed. And it's kind of depressing. At university, you can actually see her dancing over there. I got a gallery show and was offered like several $100s for a... Go back to the ship after we save. For a charcoal drawing. Now I can barely draw a person. Bossade. About time we got on with the business. Yeah, now we actually have to go for a proper stuff. We're doing story, folks. Why? Laughs too hard used to be a smarty pants, but now mid AF. I feel that. That also just comes with getting older. Hate to break it to you, but your brain, it does not retain as well as it used to once you start getting to what is known as the age. That and everything starts muddying together into like this weird gray mass of knowledge. I may be wiser and give less of a shit, but I've also forgotten half of what I've known. Have a good one, Queen, by the way. Have a good day at work. Hopefully it is exciting enough to not be boring, but not so exciting as to be one of those days. I don't know. Some days I did appreciate just a boring day where I could turn off my brain. But that was a while back. Hi. You setting up a thing here? Bud? He's trying to find a spot to set it up. Please find your spot, Shinra. Do I have to, like, knock you around until you actually get to the spot? Okay, he's just fine-tuning. Whatever, bud. Whatever you say, bud. Okay. We need to go to Waka's house first. Yeah. Is it this one or that one? I think it's this one. They're probably picking it because it wins. Don't tell me Sin's gonna crawl out of there next. I mean, probably. Baby Sin! It's just a little Sin. Hi, Lulu. Nice place.
The fiends?
They're coming from inside the temple.
Supposedly
But it's
Lulu's
all
pregnant.
right. Waka and the others fought them off. Luckily, no one was hurt.
Guess your friendly neighborhood gullwings won't be needed.
Any fiends they missed may still be wandering around. Waka and the rest split up to track them down. Give them a hand.
The gullwings are on the job. We'll even give you our special bargain price.
That's nice.
Sorry, Lulu.
That's okay. It's all right. Now go. Take a look around. People in the village will feel better knowing you're here, Yuna.
I don't think you're supposed to wear a corset while you're pregnant. I could be wrong. Baby's growing in extra dimensional space. I mean, it is Final Fantasy. The child might just be a singularity.
What you up to?
Installing a comm sphere. You never know when you might need a comm sphere.
A new invention of yours?
Shindra, did you fall and get a boo-boo?
I want to note something here. He just wiped his nose. Does no one else see the problem with this? Seriously.
Here's the perfect guinea pig. Oh, I can see Yuna.
And from that angle, brother.
The comm sphere transmits an image back to the airship.
Oh, neat.
Oh, more! How asinine.
Uni! Something's up!
What's there to decide, Waka? We can finish off the fiends right here and now.
Burning down a temple is going too far.
You have another suggestion? We have to do something. What if the fiends keep coming? Or maybe you don't mind putting your family in danger.
Hey, all we gotta do is stop the fiends, yeah?
We get to go kill probably my favorite Aeon, unfortunately. Someone mentioned that the sad one was the first one we had to deal with. I hate to say it, but this is the one that's gonna get me in the gut. Just in case anyone's curious. Because this is the Aeon I am nostalgic about. That said, we have a key for this. Does it say to do the key? Okay, so we got the search sphere. Do we do the search sphere here? It doesn't mention the search sphere at this one. Okay, after that, yada, yada, yada. It doesn't necessarily want me to do this one yet. Is it just you, but does this section feel like Tales of Symphonia, Dawn of the New World? To an extent. I haven't played all of Tales of Symphonia. So. How do we use the search sphere? Four more ciphers, barring the less resourceful from the cave's true bounty. Kuza's ciphers throughout Besaid. Hold down B to get a meter reading. Seek places where the feedback is strongest and press A to dig. Miniature comm sphere. Okay, so we got to go look around for that. Yeah, burning down the temple is excessive. Can I actually leave and do this, or am I stuck in this area until things are ready for us? Anything this way? Oh, we got a little blip. I don't know if this is working properly. We're moving away from it, whatever it is. Or is this just from us walking around? How many temples have you burned down before? Since you played RTS, you burned a few hundred? God dang it. Yeah, we have destroyed a lot of temples in games like that. Okay. Let's go to... I think this is what we want. Oh, wait, is that actually going to be... I know where I can find information about that one. The hone your skills, adamant, that's just the running along one. Table of contents. Okay, so I think it's in chapter 1. Hey, Zaldar, how's it going? I burned down plenty of Temples of Nod. Man, I went back and played the remaster of Command & Conquer. I am freaking awful at that. I don't know if I would have the bravery to actually play that on camera. If that tells you anything. Hi, Moth. This is the same moth that, if you watch some of the more recent videos, there is a moth that is just like super fascinated with me. Worst that could happen is lost. I'm just looking for where it is to find these things because I don't feel like searching around forever. Yeah, I think it was a chapter 2 thing in there. Yada, yada, yada. Guess not. Because it's whenever there's the cave. There it is. Upon leaving the main yada yada. Okay. First one is near the tents on the screen on the left. I mean, we have no encounter, so there's not really a problem with going around these. And that's further away. There we go. Dig with your hands! Why we can't just have a shovel, I don't know. Oh, we've got to, like, look around For the number, I guess? I don't know what we're looking for. Yeah, Chocobo hot and cold. Wow, that's a memory. Yeah, it's a moth with a little off-center dot on its wing. I know it's the exact same moth. It keeps landing on me. It has become my friend. Oh, in the window, look. There's a hi person. Okay, so that is a... I think that's a 1. And I think it is random numbers, by the way. It's either a 1 or a 7. I will open up a notepad. Because I know that for the first one, the 4 numbers were just... whatever. And we are done with that one.
Kill any fiends?
We'll deal with the fiends in a minute. So we're looking for the spheres. Think that's another one? Think 7 has a dash in it? Okay. We've got 2 of them. Keeps spiking up to red randomly, and that makes me think that there is something nearby that I'm missing. Because over here, it's lower. Nothing here? Okay. Onward to the next one. We don't have to worry about encounters. We'll be fine. I would be very surprised if there's not one in this. Yeah, it's very fluctuating. Oh, there she is. I heard you chime. Could probably do this without it after you've done it. Yeah, no encounters makes life in general more bearable. That's a 6. So we at least, it's either a 6 or it's an upside down 9. Giggity. And I keep pressing circle to exit. Well, B to exit. That is not what I should be pressing. Yeah, no encounters makes everything more bearable in life. Okay, we're looking for the last one. Probably not on this screen. If I had to guess, it's going to be somewhere on the beach. Son of a beach! This is how we're supposed to do it. We're supposed to run around with our radar. Like the Dragon Balls. Except I don't get a wish at the end. It's the other way. It's not on the beach. But I want a beach party. Ah, Zaldar. No, not you too. Not you too. My niece and nephew really do like the 6-7 thing. Personally, it's a common meme. I think every generation has at least one of those. Where it's just, this means nothing, but if you don't know what it means. No, 6-7 means nothing. It is literally just one of those, oh, you don't know what it means? Ha ha ha, kind of things. It means nothing. Just can't avoid it these days. It's a South Park dedicated. God damn it. That's what I get for not watching newer South Parks. I like the clips that I see of it. I just don't have a channel that I can actually watch them on. Well, where are you hiding? I will find you. I have a particular set of skills, and these are not them. Yes, I'm doing a Taken reference. It's the game, exactly. Except the game just lost thing. Make the camera not be locked in. This is very retro future. Let's see. Are you in the water? I see you not, bud. I mean, I am, like, daft and blind, but... yeah, I don't see it anywhere. Up in a tree? Oh, Jesus. Okay, so we got a bunch of ones. So we just need to figure out what slot the 6 is in. Colorblind people are super gifted. I am not colorblind, unfortunately. In fact, generally speaking, at least compared to other guys, I am more aware of color differences whenever it comes to like discerning different shades of green and stuff, but that's because I've painted before. Ta-da! Wow, that camera change is actually awful. That's one thing that I actually run into a lot of trouble with whenever it comes to freaking, whatchamacallit, Resident Evil. The camera shifts, I have a real hard time actually controlling them in that. New season is pretty good. The 6-7 episode is, oh, all these kids are obsessed with 6-7. We think it's the Antichrist. Basically what they do every time some fad happens. What am I supposed to do here? Okay, now that guess we'll go this way. Because we came in from the right side. Raging Giant. Last time you had to try 12 of the 16 combos to get it. Yikes. And with 4 of them, if you're having to enter them each time, if you were just guessing at it, that would take 10,000 permutations, which would take for freaking ever. Supposedly there's another item to grab here, and I'm not sure. Oh, never mind. We already did that. Never mind. We're good. Is spaghetti code real? I mean, if it functions, it functions. I assume you're talking about programming. So we've got another garment grid. What is that one going to be? Where are you hiding in here? There it is. Equip uses confuse. You have confuse proof. If you go across the greens. That's not a good garment grid. But yeah, pretty much every thing that you interact with online is gonna be some form of spaghetti code. Even if it's made by one person. Everything in this world is spaghetti. You are spaghetti. You are nerve and intestine noodles topped with sauce and meat to move it all around. Don't think about that one too closely. Now, we could confuse an enemy with it, but we have Festivalist. Actually, as far as our dress spheres, I think we're going to be one short because I don't think you can get... I think there's one of them you cannot get whenever you're doing 100%. We're aiming for 100% still, but... I don't think we've gotten it. Most code ends up looking like spaghetti code. The jump instructions are frequent, as in if you decompile your favorite game, it should look very spaghetti. Yup. Even non-games are probably going to be spaghetti. We're probably not going to end up going blue bullets. I probably should, but we're not gonna. Already got all that.
Come back soon.
Are you just going to keep talking to me over here? I like how each time we walk by it, he says something. But yeah, I'm glad that our systems are powerful enough to not have to worry about coding inefficiencies as much, but it's still something that basically, I'm trying to think of how to explain it. Blue bullet grind is horrible. It's the one thing you never do. Yeah. We're not going for 100% on each of them.
Fighting fiends. It would be so simple to burn this place down and take the fiends with it.
Please
Praying
don't.
to them never did anyone any good. You're the one who destroyed Sin. You should know.
Yeah, I there is still a place for
Going to help
making your
him?
code efficient.
I won't wait much longer.
It's just that they don't do it because we have enough
want to see it
processing
burn
power
out
to kind of
badly?
ignore it.
It's for the safety of the village.
That said, I am not a great programmer. I'm not, like, even a good programmer. I can make stuff that works, but it's been... God. Almost 20 years since I did any coding in school. I do some coding for myself, but nothing that would be, like, working for a company. My brain has lag. It's a mix, Zadi. I mean, you said you wanted to call Riku. It's a mix, Riku. That's gonna get confusing because we're playing a game with Riku. Riku, you need to swap back to this. Right, yeah. And I do need to check on their dress spheres. So it's going to be abilities. Riku, I need to go look at your stuff for the Machine Maw. Okay, so you have double and triple HP. Well, you don't have triple HP yet, but you have double HP, so that makes you at least tanky enough to do some fights. Spaghetti code isn't about efficiency and inefficiency. It's about readable code that's easier to navigate, but after it's compiled to machine code, all bets are off in the readability aspect. Yes. But usually if your code is exceptionally spaghettified, it's not going to be running super efficiently. That said, I do prefer, I forget the term for it. Compartmentalized kind of code, where it's not compartmentalized is not the term for it. Modular, there we go. That's the word I was looking for. I like modular code, which itself is not super efficient, but it lets you. It's efficient from the coding side, but I don't do anything that's like running a massive code base. Real computers are bloated in multiple ways that makes real coding less enjoyable, so you recommend TIS, Shenzhen's, IO. Ah, that's not a bad one. Oh, if you're having trouble remembering coding, learn how to pseudocode. Learn what you want the program to do and in what order. That way, if you run into something that you don't know how to do, like let's say you want to do this step which requires getting a variable from yada 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 thing, you can go just look up the syntax for that. It's a lot easier to program something whenever you know how it's supposed to flow. If that makes sense. Admittedly, my professor...
Waka! You okay?
Just a few scratches, huh? Nothing to worry about.
There are too many. Let's get out while we can. The man was right. We have to use fire.
Whatever's controlling the fiends must be down there. Take that bad boy out.
And we won't need fire.
Fair enough.
Waka, stay here.
Why?
Wouldn't want you to overdo it, Daddy.
Hey, wait up!
Off to kill Valifor. Hate that. But yeah, learn to just pseudocode. Learn how you want things to flow, what you need to pull as far as like data for a specific part, what variables and stuff like that. The reason the professors hated how I pseudocode is my brain works in bullet points. If that makes sense. When I am writing up how I want something to work for like my bot, I literally just real quickly do bullet point lists and then a little bit of a flow chart. Setting up a coding environment is a BS experience in its own right. That's a learning curve that shouldn't exist, and you sort of understand why people stick with JavaScript. Actually, if you are into doing streaming and stuff like that, you can do it's limited what you can do with it, but get StreamerBot and try and just do some automation code for what you do day to day in it. And that's not a bad way to just get some like minor programming experience. And you don't have to do setting up a compiler and all that stuff, because it's got it built in, but obviously you can't do like big stuff. Of course, I'm not a huge fan of C#, which is what this is, but if you had one use, it would write code for Tabletop Simulator. Ooh. That's actually not a bad idea. You can do that. There's probably a ton of tutorials on that online for how to get started with it. And that'd be good for prototyping games as well, if you want to get into game dev. That said, if I remember correctly, doesn't Godot use C#? I think RPG Maker uses Ruby, and I'm trying to remember what Unity uses. I think Unity uses C# now too. It's either C# or I don't think it's C++. If you're doing anything through IRC, if you use MIRC, that's a Perl style coding language. It's like Perl Junior, if you want to call it that. But generally speaking, at university, we used C that we wrote in Emacs. And that was like the main thing we did there. I had to learn PHP, Perl, and stuff like that on my own. I have forgotten 99.9% of the syntax for PHP because I used that for all of like 2 months. For Perl, I ended up making a whole mud on IRC. Don't have the code for that anymore. That was back in the day. Trying to think what else. The mud never took off, so there was just a handful of people that played it, and then it just kind of went dead. So I just abandoned it. Evoke RNG in JavaScript. Are any of y'all veggie fans? Depends on the veggies. I like some veggies. Generally speaking, whenever I'm on my diet, I'm not currently on my diet. I've been eating like shit the past 3 weeks. I will be eating like shit until the end of the month. After that, I'll be back on my diet. But generally speaking, my breakfast almost every day before this past clusterfuck of time, I was starting my day with about 30 something grams of fiber through some fiber tortillas. It was fiber tortillas, and I think it comes out to 36 grams of fiber for the breakfast without counting the veggies: lettuce, tomato, feta cheese, turkey, and wickle pickles. Vegetables are not the only source of fiber. Well, technically, vegetable is a culinary term, not a plant term, but still. But you can do beans for fiber. You can do some grains for fiber. Not the most efficient, but it works. There's other sources of fiber. If you can do beans, that's another good one. You know any skinny tortilla eating person? Well, needless to say, in the course of 3 months, I lost 10 pounds while I was on that. And I'm not looking for skinny. I was trying to lose some weight, but was not expecting to have to basically run around like a chicken with my head cut off for 2 months straight. It just happens sometimes. And that's when I start eating like shit. For those of you that are curious. I don't want to fight Valifor. Valifor is my favorite summon. But yeah, these are fiber tortillas. They actually, when I was eating that for breakfast every day, I generally stayed full because I can look up exactly what it was. Because I know this is going to be super nerdy, but I made my own diet tracker for it. I know that's stupid, but let's go there. The wraps that I made, were 400 calories, 36 grams of fiber, and 36 grams of protein. People get fatter when they start eating shit. When they start eating like shit.
No, something's not right.
You too would get skinnier.
Baka, stay back. It's not safe.
But no, the tortillas actually aren't that bad for you.
I'm sorry.
These are not like full cow extreme. These are not proper tortillas. These are mass-produced mission tortillas. There's another brand for wraps, but I forget what it is. Your boss had a side jig as a Mexican cook, and you can see he is as big as a stick and eat tortillas for every meal. Okay, what should we do against you? You're gonna go ahead and focus. You're gonna mix these. You mix. Let's go with. We'll do 2 chocobo feathers. Speed it up. It's like when you see skinny Diet Coke drinking people. Actually, there's a number of skinny Diet Coke drinking people. It's just we tend to judge the fat people drinking Diet Cokes. That or the people who just prefer the taste of it over normal Coke because it's less syrupy. But generally speaking, this is actually a really cool thing about scientific papers. This is a nerd thing that I can get on a topic about. It's distracting me from killing Valifor. The USA is magical with your food. Most of you people get 10 to 20% faster whenever they stay there for a few months, so something is just way different. It's because a lot of our... There's reasons for that. Our portion sizes are one of the big ones. But as far as like diet soda and stuff like that, that doesn't actually make you fatter, and it does not increase your risk for diabetes. Generally, the people who consume diet sodas are fat and want to lose weight. And you want to know what comes with obesity? Diabetes. And heart issues and stuff like that. That's one reason why there is a correlation of health issues with diet soda that cannot be directly linked to said diet soda. If that makes sense. I'm probably explaining it poorly because my brain is just bleh, but that is one of the big things. But yes, US portion sizes are ridiculously large. And that is a problem. We also tend to have bottomless drinks at a lot of our fast food places, which liquid calories are a major issue in the US. Especially if you're drinking things like alcohol, which is not bottomless, or sodas, which are usually bottomless here. Everything having sugar, yes, is a problem. Everything here is generally sweeter. I have had traditional, not American tortillas and stuff like that. They taste really, really good. One thing that I recommend to most people who are here in like the US, try and eat things with less and less sugar until you can taste the sweetness of a cucumber. Water is sweeter whenever you put corn syrup in it, Affit. But yeah, generally speaking, weight is calories in and calories out. And we just do consume more calories because we have much larger portion sizes. Generally, the type of stuff we put in our food feeds a, not necessarily food addiction, but it makes you feel less full. Especially whenever you're talking about our restaurants and our fast food. If you're making stuff at home, it's easy to avoid that kind of stuff. But yeah. Last time you were in the US, you found out unsweetened iced tea was about as sweet as your sweet iced tea. I generally go for 2 meals a day whenever I'm trying to eat properly. I'll do 2 meals and a snack. I make sure that I have at least, I have quotas for fiber and protein per each meal as well. And for my snack, I'll usually do something with a decent amount of protein, if not fiber and protein. But for the meals, I do actually have, I generally aim for about 45 grams of fiber a day at the moment, which is above the recommended amount for my weight. The highest I've gone is 120 grams of fiber in a day, and I don't have problems with it if it tells you how much fiber I eat. But usually speaking, if you are hungry, you should eat. If you are stress eating, you should not eat. That is another problem for a lot of people, is they stress eat. Okay, we're going to do Thundaga on you. We're going to mug you. We're going to mix. Do a high potion. Black magic, another Thundaga. Oh, he's knocking away our MP. You bastard. Did we actually get a steal? I didn't check whenever we mugged last time. I need to actually look. Oh, we still haven't stolen. Okay. Kind of hard not to eat whenever you have stress-induced hunger pain. Exactly. That's one reason why I am eating like shit. You don't have to be perfect all the time to, you know, be a responsible adult. Yes, I've gained back a good chunk of the weight I lost, but I don't feel as stressed because I have eaten things that cause the release of dopamine. And other neurochemicals, of course. Dopamine was just the first one that came to mind because that's just the cliche answer. Flim Flam, we're going to do... Does it just have a rare? No, but you have a common. So you get to go back to that. Black magic, Thundaga again. Just because it's our newest one. But yeah, my goal is to get back to the weight I was whenever I was doing Muay Thai. I also need to get back into regularly lifting weights. Oh, we play dress up while fighting. That's how good we are. Let's go for... I think we go for the lightning marble. Or do we go lightning gem? I think it's a toss-up. I'm going to do lightning marble. Just keep with the lightning theme for us murdering stuff. Oh, I think we won. Seduce the monster. Give me a charisma check.
That was my very first Aeon. I grew up here in Besaid. This is my home. I became a summoner here. This is where I first met you. I have to protect this place.
Yuna.
The job's done.
I see. Glad to see you're not hurt. Or are you? Aren't you going to be a father soon? What if something had happened to you? What then?
You wouldn't have to be dad.
Quiet, meanie.
That's his way of being a deadbeat dad. He goes and gets killed in a temple.
What can I say? He's got a point.
Waka.
If we die trying to save one memory, we risk losing them all.
But what if it's a really important memory?
Yeah, memories are nice, but that's all they are. It's an outbed saying, yeah?
Well, yeah, but...
Yuna, you alright?
Yeah, just fine.
I'll be waiting.
Talk about a one-track mind.
Memories are just memories, yeah? Fiends ever come out of the temple again, I may really have to burn it.
I guess so. But call me before you do. We'll save fire for our last resort.
You got it.
This had more Shin Megami. Oh god, SMT getting monsters. Actually, I want to play through Nocturne. I've only played the first little bit of it. I know that later on it becomes just stupid about how much you have to know about the game to not have trouble with it unless you're just lucky. Oh yeah, we beat Expedition 33 on stream. It should have an archive of the playlist on the channel as well. I liked it. I need to get my characters up to 99 to finish the achievements I care about. I should emphasize the ones I care about. Because fuck the gestural challenges. Sideways with a freaking rhino or something. I don't like the gestural challenges. Nocturne's not that hard. You just need to recognize that buff and debuff are important and some bosses are puzzle bosses. Yep. That's true of a lot of games. Is this game like that story-wise where it's all sort of fake? No. I'm trying... Do I want to spoil some parts about Expedition 33? I mean, it has been most of a year. But yeah, Expedition 33 is an interesting case in what is living and what is not and what is sentient. It's an experiment in that as well as an experiment in a few other things. I'll just avoid spoiling it. But no, this one, as far as the world of Spira goes, everyone is real. The only one that was a dream was Tidus. But I think I might have to go. So I will see who to raid you guys out to. And for those of you on YouTube, thank you for joining in. We will be back soon. I cannot promise a specific day. I will aim for tomorrow, but cannot promise. Let's see who all's streaming right now, so I can kind of raid out the people that got raided in. I will go to... You have way too many people. I try not to raid people that are too much bigger than me. Simon the Sorcerer. Why does that sound familiar? He's not actually playing it. Well, I guess nobody is doing any games similar to this, so I'll let you off into the wild. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.